The old world has fallen away. The old you has dissolved. You are standing in the silent, empty field of your own being. So now what? How do you build a new world when you've forgotten how to even hold a hammer? If you have faithfully navigated the void and are now feeling the first stirrings of a new beginning, you have arrived at the most exciting phase of creation. You are a blank canvas. Subscribe to The Hidden Voice, and let us, together, learn the physics of how a masterpiece is born from emptiness. Part 1. The Pain of Fertile Impatience. Let's locate ourselves in this new landscape. The dense fog of the limbo has begun to thin. The heavy exhaustion of the integration phase has started to lift. The acute fear of the ego death is now a distant echo. You have arrived in a place of profound and stable peace. A quiet, neutral stillness is your new home. But a new kind of pain has begun to emerge. It is not the old pain of suffering. It is a new, high-quality pain. The pain of fertile impatience. It is the feeling of a coiled spring. You can sense a vast, untapped potential welling up inside you. The energy that was once consumed by inner conflict and healing is now free, and it is gathering, pooling, looking for a direction. It is the feeling of a world-class racehorse, fully rested and healed, standing at the starting gate, waiting for a race to begin. But there is no race. There is no track. There is no finish line. You feel pregnant with a future you cannot see. You are a patch of rich, dark, fertile soil in early spring, and you can feel the life force stirring beneath your surface, but you have no idea what is about to grow. And this is a new kind of frustration. The questions that haunt you now are not, "Am I broken?" but "When does it start?" You feel a readiness, a ripeness. You know, on a soul level, that you have been prepared for something. That this entire arduous journey was a training ground. But the training is over, and the mission has not yet been assigned. So you wait. And in the waiting, the mind can grow impatient. I feel all this energy, I should be doing something with it. I have this new clarity, why can't I see the vision for my future? You might even feel a subtle panic that you've come all this way, through all this darkness, only to end up in a state of permanent, peaceful uselessness. This is the pain of the starting block. It is the ache of a purpose that is just on the other side of the veil, a vision that you can feel but cannot yet see. This impatience is not a sign that you are doing something wrong. It is the final confirmation that you are ready. It is the gathering of the storm clouds just before the life-giving rain begins to fall. Part 2. The Great Reversal. Attracting the Vision. Now we must introduce the final, critical reversal of the entire spiritual path. It is the shift that moves you from being a seeker to being a creator. For your entire life, you have operated under one fundamental assumption, that the vision for your life is out there, and your job is to find it. You have been a hunter, searching for your purpose, for your passion, for the grand plan. You have been looking outward, analyzing possibilities, weighing options, trying to figure it out with your mind. And now, here in the fertile void, that entire strategy has failed. Your mind looks outward, and it sees a blank slate. This is not a failure. It is the final lesson. The universe has lovingly dismantled your ability to operate in the old way to force you to learn the new way. And the new way is this. You do not find your vision. You attract it. You do not figure out your purpose. You embody it. Your new vision, your new life, your new purpose, it already exists. It exists right now as one of an infinite number of potentials in the quantum field, the great cosmic soup of all possibility. It is not something you have to invent. It is something you have to select. And how do you select it? Not with your mind. You select it with your being. With your energy. With your vibrational signature. Think of yourself as a powerful broadcasting tower. Every thought you think, and every emotion you feel, creates a combined electromagnetic signal that you are broadcasting out into the universe 24 hours a day. The quantum field, which is a field of intelligent energy, responds not to what you want, but to who you are being. As long as you were being the old you, a personality based on memories of the past, living in states of lack, fear, or unworthiness, you were broadcasting a chaotic, weak signal. And the field could only respond by sending you more experiences that matched that chaotic signal. The entire purpose of the void, the integration, the ego death, was to take you offline. To stop you from broadcasting that old, painful signal. To give you the space to build a new self, a new personality, a new state of being. What comes next is not about looking for a vision. It is about the sacred work of generating a new signal. It is about learning to combine a clear intention, a coherent brain, with an elevated emotion, a coherent heart, and to broadcast that new signature into the field. When you do this, when your signal becomes clear and powerful, you become a magnet. You begin to draw to you a new reality that is a perfect vibrational match for who you are now being. Your new vision is the universe's response to your new signal. It is the feedback from the field. Your job is not to go hunting for it. Your job is to stay home, to tend to the fire of your own heart and mind, and to allow the vision to find you. Part 3. The energy of the hunt versus the magnet. This shift from finding a vision to attracting it is the difference between fighting a war and hosting a royal banquet. The energies are entirely different. To make this real for you, we must feel this difference in our own bodies. Let's begin by embodying the old way, the way of the hunter. Bring to mind the feeling of trying to figure it out. The mental state of searching for your purpose. Feel that energy right now. Where does it live in your body? It lives almost entirely in your head, doesn't it? It's the sensation of your mind racing, of your brain working overtime. It's the feeling of furrowed brows, of a tense jaw. It is the energy of analysis, of list-making, of comparing pros and cons. Now, feel the emotional quality of this state. It is underscored by a subtle, or not so subtle, anxiety. A feeling of lack. I don't have it yet. I need to find it. It's a forward-leaning, hungry, and slightly desperate energy. It is the energy of the separate self, trying to manipulate the world to get what it needs. This is the energy of the hunt. It is exhausting, and it is based on the belief that what you are looking for is out there. Now, with a full and complete exhale, let that entire state go. Let the hunter rest. And let's embody the new way, the way of the magnet. Instead of going into your head, I want you to bring your awareness down into the center of your chest, into your heart space. Let your attention rest in the very center of your being. And now, instead of thinking about your future, I want you to simply begin to cultivate a feeling. The feeling of wholeness. The feeling of gratitude for the present moment. The feeling that you already have everything you need, right here, right now. Don't try to force it. Just gently marinate in the quiet peace of your own being. This is the energy of the magnet. Where does it live? It lives in your core, in your heart. What is its quality? It is not tense. It is relaxed. It is not forward-leaning. It is settled, centered, and still. What is its emotional signature? It is not anxiety or lack. It is a quiet confidence, a fullness, a gentle, loving presence. This state is not trying to get anything from the world. It is simply and powerfully being. It is broadcasting a clear, calm, coherent signal of wholeness from its center. Now, feel the difference. The frantic, head-based, anxious energy of the hunter versus the calm, heart-based, peaceful energy of the magnet. Which one feels more powerful? Which one feels more like your true nature? The great reversal is the realization that the state of the magnet is what attracts the vision. The state of peace is what attracts the plan. The state of wholeness is what attracts the purposeful action. You have been trying to solve a spiritual equation with the clumsy mathematics of the mind. The universe does not respond to your frantic calculations. It responds to the resonant frequency of your heart. Your work is no longer to be a clever hunter. Your work is to become the most powerful, peaceful, and coherent magnet that you can be. And to trust that the perfect vision, the one that is an exact match for your unique soul, is already on its way to you, drawn irresistibly to the signal of your own inner peace. Part 4. The Lineage of Wisdom. This principle, that your state of being creates your reality, is the core teaching of the new paradigm of consciousness, a place where science and mysticism finally meet. And no one has articulated the practical, neurological basis for this truth more clearly than Dr. Joe Dispenza. He has built a bridge of science to the ancient mystical island of creation. After years of studying the brains and bodies of people undergoing profound transformation, he came to a clear, scientific conclusion. He states it simply: your personality creates your personal reality. You cannot create a new personal reality with the same old personality. Let's break that down. What is your personality? It is the memorized set of your thoughts, your behaviors, and your emotional reactions. It is the you that you have been practicing being for your entire life. What is your personal reality? It is the reflection of that personality. It is the life you experience, which is a direct match for the thoughts, behaviors, and emotions you have memorized. The reason you have been stuck, unable to see a new vision, is because you have been trying to perceive a new future through the lens of your old personality. The you that was defined by the past is neurologically and biologically incapable of seeing a future that is different from that past. The old personality can only create more of the same. This is why the void, the ego death, the great falling away, was so necessary. It was not a punishment. It was a divine intervention to break the feedback loop of your old personality, creating your old personal reality. The dissolution you went through was the sacred process of dismantling the old you, so that a new you, a new personality, could be born. And what defines this new personality? It is defined by the conscious choice to no longer live by the memorized emotions of the past, guilt, shame, fear, unworthiness, and to begin living by the emotions of your future. This is the great work. It is the work of generating, on a daily basis, the feelings of the person you want to become. To feel gratitude before the blessing arrives. To feel wholeness before the healing is complete. To feel love for your life before your life has rearranged itself. When you do this, you are no longer just thinking about a new future. You are being that new future on a biological level. Your brain and your heart begin to fire in a new, coherent pattern. You are, quite literally, changing your electromagnetic signature. You are changing the signal you are broadcasting to the quantum field. This is not wishful thinking. This is physics. The new vision you seek is a potential that already exists in the quantum field. And there is a specific emotional frequency attached to it. When your emotional frequency, your state of being, finally matches the frequency of that potential, you don't have to go looking for it. It finds you. It collapses out of the field of potential and into your 3D reality, as a new opportunity, a new synchronicity, a new idea, a new person, a new life. Your work is not to seek the vision. Your work is to become the person who is capable of receiving it. The entire journey through the void has been preparing you for this. You are not starting from scratch. You are standing on the launching pad of a clean slate, with a newly upgraded broadcasting tower, ready to send out the signal that will call your new world into being. Part 5. The Parable of the Sculptor and the Marble. To fully grasp this profound reversal, that the vision emerges from you, not for you, let us tell the story of a great sculptor. A magnificent, uncarved block of pure white marble is delivered to the sculptor's studio. It is vast, raw, and filled with infinite potential. An apprentice, eager to learn the master's secrets, asks him, "Master, this stone is so large. How will you ever decide what to create? How will you find the vision for what it should be?" The master sculptor runs his hand over the cool, smooth surface of the stone and smiles. He replies, "Oh, I do not have to find the vision. The vision is already here. The masterpiece is already complete, inside this very stone." The apprentice is confused. "What do you mean? It is just a block of marble." The sculptor replies, "My job is not to create the statue. My job is simply to see the statue that is already waiting inside, and to chip away everything that is not the statue. The vision is not something I invent. It is something I reveal. This is the story of your life, and the great work you have just completed. You, in your essence, are the masterpiece. Your true purpose, your highest vision, your most authentic life, that is the perfect statue that has always existed within you, encoded in your soul. But it was trapped. It was encased in a thick, rough block of excess marble. And that marble was your conditioning. It was your limiting beliefs, your past traumas, your fears, your egoic identity, all the parts of you that were not the masterpiece. Your entire journey through the post-awakening void, the dark night, the ego death, that was the great sculpting. It was the universe, the master sculptor, using the sharp chisel of life to chip away everything that was not truly you. Every limiting belief that you let go of was a chunk of marble falling to the floor. Every old identity you shed was another layer of stone being removed. The process felt destructive. It felt like you were losing parts of yourself. But you were not losing yourself. You were losing what was concealing yourself. And now, you stand here, in the quiet of the void. The great, noisy work of chipping away is mostly done. And for the first time, the true form is beginning to be visible. The masterpiece is being revealed. So, what truly comes next is not for you to pick up a hammer and try to force a new shape onto the stone. The time for forceful carving is over. What comes next is a process of refinement, of polishing, of tending to the magnificent form that has been revealed. Your new vision is not a plan you must create. It is the reality of your own uncovered essence. Your purpose is not something to be found. It is the inevitable expression of the beautiful statue that you now are. Your job is simply to be the masterpiece that has been revealed, and to allow its beauty to radiate out into the world. You are not the struggling apprentice, trying to figure it all out. You are the finished work of art, finally ready to be seen. Part 6. The Vow of Embodiment. Do you feel the truth of this story in your soul? Can you look back and see the great, loving, and sometimes painful sculpting that your life has been? Do you sense the masterpiece that is waiting to be fully revealed? If this vision of yourself as a work of art resonates with you, I invite you to make this your studio. Subscribe to The Hidden Voice. This is a community for the sculptors and the statues, a place where we honor the process of chipping away the false to reveal the true. And now, we must make the final, most powerful vow of this entire journey. We have had vows of trust, of rest, of authenticity. Now comes the vow of active, conscious creation. A commitment to becoming the energetic magnet for your new reality. A vow of embodiment. This is the choice to stop waiting for your new life to begin, and to start being the person who is already living it. Find your center. Connect with the feeling of the masterpiece within you, the statue that is now clear and visible. And from this place of profound self-worth and quiet power, make this final declaration. I now understand that my new reality is not something I must find, but something I must become. I release the role of the seeker, and I now fully embrace my power as the creator. I am no longer the block of marble. I am the masterpiece. I am no longer the one who is becoming. I am the one who is. And my work is now to live from this truth. Now, let's turn this into your daily, creative principle. From this day forward, I will dedicate myself to the art of embodying my future self. I will no longer wait for my circumstances to change to feel the way I want to feel. I will generate the feelings of my future now, and allow my circumstances to change in response to my new state of being. When I feel the pull of old, familiar, limiting emotions from the past, I will recognize them as the ghosts of the discarded marble. I will thank them, and I will consciously choose to feel an elevated emotion of my future instead. My meditation is no longer just for peace, it is a rehearsal for my future. My thoughts are no longer random occurrences, they are the blueprints for my new reality. My emotions are no longer reactions, they are the magnetic currency that will draw my new vision to me. Take a deep, powerful breath. Feel the shift from a passive passenger to the active driver's seat of your life. You are not waiting for a vision. You are the vision, in the process of being embodied. You are not hoping for a miracle. You are the consciousness that creates miracles. The void was the clearing. The silence was the preparation. And now, the great, joyful creative work of your life truly begins. Part 9. The Fractal of the New Earth. You are now committed to the great work of embodiment, of becoming the magnet for your new reality. As you undertake this, the final piece is to understand the profound significance of your personal creation. The new vision that is emerging through you is not just for you. It is a vital contribution to the world. The old world, the one that is now fading, was built by the collective consciousness of billions of egoic minds. It was built on the foundations of separation, scarcity, and fear. The systems we see, the competition, the conflict, the unsustainable consumption, are all the outer manifestation of that inner state. That world is in its twilight. A new world, a new consciousness, is waiting to be born. This new earth, as some have called it, is not a physical place we will travel to. It is a vibrational reality that must be anchored, here and now, by individuals who are willing to do the inner work. And how is this new world built? It is built one person at a time, from the inside out. The new vision that is calling to you, the one that resonates with your soul's deepest truth, is not a random, personal fantasy. It is your unique, individual fractal of this new earth. It is your specific piece of the divine puzzle. When you feel the pull to create a community based on collaboration instead of competition, you are downloading a fractal of the new earth's social systems. When you feel the inspiration to create art that awakens wonder and unity instead of division, you are downloading a fractal of the new earth's culture. When you feel the call to build a business that is based on service and sustainability instead of just profit, you are downloading a fractal of the new earth's economy. Your new vision is your soul's assignment. It is the specific mission you were born for, in this exact time of great transition. The entire journey through the void, the painful sculpting process, was designed to prepare you for this assignment. It had to strip away your allegiance to the old world, so you could become a clear and willing channel for the new one. This is why your old goals felt meaningless. They were goals designed to help you succeed within the old, dying paradigm. Your new vision will likely make little sense by the standards of that old paradigm. It will not be driven by fear or lack, but by joy, connection, and a deep desire to serve. Do not underestimate the power of your personal, embodied vision. The new world is not built by governments or institutions. It is built by the embodied consciousness of individuals. Every time you choose to live from your new vision, every time you take an action based on your soul's purpose, you are casting a powerful vote for a new reality. You become a living, breathing anchor point for a higher frequency. You become a beacon of possibility, showing others what is available when one has the courage to let the old world fall away. Your personal creation is a planetary service. Part 10. You are the vision. And so we arrive at the final homecoming. The ultimate realization that brings this entire 9-part journey to its magnificent conclusion. We began in the void, feeling lost and without motivation. We journeyed through the fears of laziness and depression. We released our old goals and our old identity. And we have arrived here, at the starting block of a new creation, ready to embody the vision that is calling to us. And the final, great secret is this. You have been waiting to find your purpose. You have been hoping to receive your vision. You have been treating it as something separate from yourself, a prize to be won, a destination to be reached, a masterpiece to be revealed. The final epiphany is the dissolution of this last separation. You are the purpose. You are the vision. It is not something you do. It is something that you are. The full, authentic, and unapologetic expression of your unique being, in this very moment, is the masterpiece. The way you listen to another person with your full presence. That is the vision. The way you bring a sense of calm to a chaotic room. That is the vision. The unique combination of your gifts, your wounds, your wisdom, and your quirks, expressed fully. That is your purpose. The search for a grand external purpose was the ego's final game. It was one last attempt to create a separation, a future goal, a state of becoming. The soul knows that its purpose is simply to be itself, as fully as possible, in every moment. The joy is not in achieving the vision. The joy is in the feeling of embodying the vision. The joy is in the moment you act from your authentic truth, and you feel the resonant hum of the universe affirming, yes, this is who you are. The vision is not the house you will build. It is the joy you feel while laying the first, perfect brick. The purpose is not the book you will write. It is the thrill of truth you feel as you write the first authentic sentence. Let this be the final release. Let go of the need for your purpose to have a name. Let go of the need for your vision to be a grand, world-changing project. It is much simpler and much more profound than that. You are the purpose. Your authentic presence is the gift. Your joy is the path. And the new vision is simply the trail of beauty you leave behind as you walk that path, moment by moment. The work is not to build a new world. The work is to be the new world, right here, right now. And in your being, the new world is born. This radiant, authentic being is who you truly are. The Creator has been sleeping, but is now awake. If this 9-part journey through the void has helped you to arrive home to yourself, then help us guide others through their own great falling away. Subscribe to The Hidden Voice. Like and share this series. Your interaction creates a beacon, a signal to other souls in the fertile void that the emptiness is not an end, but the most beautiful of all beginnings. Thank you for your immense courage. The deconstruction is over. The great construction, the joyful expression of who you have always been, now begins. Go and be the masterpiece.